Hey everybody. So I just recently found out about this movie not too long ago, maybe a month ago. I found out about this movie. If any one of you have ever heard of the Garbage Pail Kids, you must be old. Yeah, really old. Because these were like some trading cards that I think were made in the 80s, 1980, no, 1980 something. It was one of those years. And I found out that there was a live action adaptation of this movie. So I wanted to make a video about this because literally like right before doing this, I sat down and watched it for the first time, and I don't think I'm ever going to watch it again. This was like one of the dumbest, like terrible, horrible, unnecessary, mediocre movies of all time. This was such a hard watch to get through, honestly. It's so bad. And I wanted to talk about it because I think you all deserve to go on this ride with me. And so let's just talk about it. Let's see how it got made. So the Garbage Pail Kids, they started off as trading cards, and honestly, they're actually pretty cool. Like I do like these more than the Cabbage Patch Kids. They're a play off of the Cabbage Patch Kids, if you couldn't tell. They're just like these more grotesque versions of that. So you'll get ones that are like just disgusting, and some that are like monstrous, and it kind of appeals more to like older ages, like teenagers and older adults maybe. And you can purchase these online, and there are like big packs that are like thousands of dollars. They are very, I'm not sure about rare. Some of them definitely are. One of the most popular ones is this one called Atom Bomb, which isn't even in the movie. Like, I don't know why they wouldn't put their most famous card in the movie, but let's just get into the movie. So the movie begins in outer space. It's like from the Earth's point, and you can see these spaceships that are coming through, and I don't know, man. They're spaceships and stuff. And we meet the main character, this kid named Dodger, I'm pretty sure. And he's getting chased by like these, I don't know if they were just older teenagers, because Dodger looks like he's 13, maybe 12. I think probably around the age. And he's getting chased by these people that look like they're 25. And it was the 80s, so, people looked older than they usually were. So he's getting chased by these guys, and there's these two girls, and these two guys are dating each other, obviously. And they just chase him down, and they finally stop him. They corner him, and they're like demanding him for money. I don't know why these two grown people are like picking on this 12-year-old boy, but they like demand him for money. Dodger tells him he can't, he doesn't have any money. So the guy, or the two guys, they just pick him up and they drag him over to this mud pile on the side of the road, and they just drop him in it. It gets him all dirty. He's like all gross looking now, and it's very, I'll just say this movie is very like Toxic Avenger vibes, if you've ever seen that before. Kind of trashy. Toxic Avenger is great though. That movie's great. This one's not. And he also has like a crush on one of the girls in the group, and she doesn't look as old as the other two guys, maybe like 18, 19, 20-ish, or 20. Like, the age difference is so big, and we're gonna get to a little more of that later. But he goes home, and he's friends with this, like, honestly, I can't remember if this is his dad or his grandpa or literally just a friend, but he lives in the basement with this guy, and a little later on, he's working in this workshop that's upstairs. It's like an antique store, so there's a bunch of like vintage stuff and just random stuff that, he's selling. and he spots his crush. Her name is Tangerine, and she's walking just, by a shop, and he, quickly runs out, and he's like, hey, come on in, I want to show you some stuff. And she's reluctant at first, but she does it, and they're both inside the store, and he's just showing her around like the most useless crap ever, like buttons, and she's just like, okay, awesome, I'm gonna leave now. But he's like, no, stay, just I want to show you a little more. So that's what they do. He just shows her more, but then her and her boyfriend and their gang pretty much shows up, and it's kind of starts like a brawl. They all start trying to like kill this little kid. I don't know what like their problem is with this kid, but eventually they capture him, and then they bring him out, and they dump him into the underground like sewer. And this is like disturbing. I don't know why, like, these guys are psychopaths, but they drop him off in this puddle underneath the ground, underneath the road, and they like turn the faucet on, the wheel connected to one of like these huge pipes, and it just starts pouring down this disgusting like blue sewage water onto him. And they were gonna leave him down there to like drown in it. Like, it was getting all over him. It's so like these people deserve to be locked up, and the girl does nothing about it because she doesn't want to like upset her boyfriend or anything. But then later on, this is technically our first appearance of the Garbage Pail Kids, and because when they were fighting, they knocked down this like trash can that they were contained in, and it knocked them over, and that's how they escaped. So they go underneath the sewer, and basically they just save him, and they bring him back up. He wakes up in the basement again, and they're all surrounding him. And let me tell you, the designs of these guys, the Garbage Pail Kids, is so disgusting. Like, they're horrifying to look at. And that's a little critique, because their faces don't look anything like the Garbage Pail Kids. The face looks exactly like the Cabbage Patch Kids. It's cute, their cheeks are big, their eyes are little, but they decided to give them in this movie just like this ultra realistic face, and it does not work. It is very gross looking, and it's hard to look at them because the design of them is just so horrible. They're disgusting. This movie sucks, man. So they're surrounding him, and the reaction Dodger gives is like the weirdest thing ever, because he's not scared at all by these things. He wakes up, he looks at them, and he's like, what are you guys? Like, very curiously, not freaked out at all. And let me tell you, if I was Dodger in that position, I would freak out, because just look at the picture that I put here. Like, you're telling me you would not be like, what the hell is this thing that I'm looking at right now? You're telling me you wouldn't do that? You would just be like, whoa, what are you guys? Like, it's so weird that he's just cool with them, because he immediately like settles in like 3 minutes later, as if they're family already. So each of the Garbage Pail Kids, luckily they are all actual cards. I know I hate when movies, they adaptate something and then they just decide to use their own original characters. Sometimes it works, but most of the time it doesn't, and I was a little afraid that this movie would just go on and not use any of the real cards and just do their own thing. But thankfully they did use the actual character cards, and that was cool. I want to go over each of the Garbage Pail Kids that were featured in this movie. One of them is Greaser Greg, Valerie Vomit, Allie Gator, Foul Phil, Nat Nerd, Wendy Winston, Messy Tessie. And those are each of the main ones. I was kind of hoping for more. There's really not that many in here. And again, how can you not include Atom Bomb? I think that's just so dumb to not use your popular card. But I'll tell you, they're all really gross, man. Like, just not their appearance wise, but their, like, I don't know, abilities, I guess, if you want to call it. They're so gross. But honestly, that's what they're made for. The Garbage Pail Kids are supposed to be gross, and just seeing it in live action form is so horrible, because I think my least favorite one, because it's just so disgusting, is Messy Tessie or Nat Nerd. Messy Tessie, she just has so much boogers on her face all the time, and even in one point in the movie, she just reaches up with her thick fingers and just takes a smudge from her nose, and it's so gross, because it's sticky, and it's still connected to her face from her fingers, and it's terrible. And Nat Nerd, I think, is the most unappealing looking one. They're all horrible looking, but I think he's the worst one, because he has just these huge pimples all over his face. He has this, like, just big black glasses, red curly hair, and he's in a superhero costume, and he's constantly peeing himself. Do what you want with that. I think he's one of the worst ones, and his voice is so annoying. All their voices are so annoying. This movie sucks, man. One of the messages, the big message in this movie, I think they completely misinterpret and just ruin it, because the message is that don't, like, judge other people based on their looks, because the Garbage Pail Kids in this movie, they're hidden away in the basement, because if they go out, the humans, or what they call normies in the movie, the normal people, they'll go out and attack them. And rightfully so, because they are just horrible people in this movie. Dodger sides with them way too much, and they want to be treated like normal people, but when you watch it, they are not that at all. Like, they are constantly messing with people and just, like, bothering people. There's this scene in the movie where they kind of, like, escape the basement, and they have this idea to go to the movie theater. So they go and do that, and they're in, like, these typical, brown robe and hat and glasses, like the two kids in one coat thingy. They're doing that as a disguise, and once they go in the movie theater, they are so loud, they're so disruptive, like, you cannot hear the movie itself, because they're just constantly, like, giggling and making these, like, just rah, 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 rah noises. They won't shut up. And the people around them, like, you can tell that they're bothered, but, like, they just keep watching the movie. Like, they paid to see the movie, they're not going to pay attention to these people. But then the Garbage Pail Kids, they, like, go around and start bothering them. Like, one of them steals a lady's food and calls her, like, stupid, and then they go back, and it's like the movie wants us to sympathize with these foul creatures, and I can't. They're horrible people. Like, they deserve to go back they deserve to die. Okay, these things, they deserve to die. This is rated as PG. It's like a family film, they say, but this is so far from that. And even, like, this critic who saw the movie said that it was just too stupid. Like, it's just too mediocre for any age. Like, this is not a family film, honestly. Don't watch this with your family, because it's just dumb and kind of sexual at some times. But again, this is the 80s. Indiana Jones Temple of Doom is literally rated PG, so, like, they didn't really know how to rate their movies. If this movie came out today, which I highly doubt, I think this would be like an NC-17, or it would just go right to streaming, or an unrated movie. And there were talks to reboot this movie, I think last year or 2 years ago, and those plans quickly got shut down, because I think they realized, I don't think we should do this movie. Like, and good, there is no reason to do it. Just keep the trading cards. Those are cool. Like, go buy those. Don't make movies out of these things. If you could tell, this movie obviously did not do well at the box office. It had a budget of $1 million, and I think it only made back like a little bit over $1 million. So this was a huge bomb. It did not do well at all. And it's a disgrace to the Garbage Pail Kids enjoyers, It completely ruin their image. So I just want to talk a little bit about this movie because it's so strange, and no one ever talks about this. Like, this is a very underrated movie, and I think it deserves to stay that way because this movie should not have ever seen the light of day. If you want to go watch it, go watch it. I had to watch this on like some random website because this guy uploaded the whole movie for free because it's not on any streaming services. I think you can only buy it on Amazon, and I wasn't gonna freaking buy this movie, so I just watched some random like full movie online thingy. So if you want to see this movie, I don't know why you would, but just look up Garbage Pail Kids movie, full movie, and it'll probably be the first thing you see. Yeah, just wanted to talk about this. Thanks for listening. Bye, guys.